Sitcoms are deceptive. They can look like people just sitting around and saying funny things, but they aren't. That's a panel game. A sitcom is a precinct in which your characters, the personalities, want things. They have personal goals, they have dreams, they're trying to improve their situation, they're trying to make the world a better place, or at least as they see it from their perspective. Now, you might know what your character wants. No problem there. Great. You know that they want status or comfort or dignity or approval or peace or control or love or safety or freedom or whatever it is. It's specific to each character. We've got that. But that's not enough. The episode doesn't start until the character goes after that thing, until the character pursues their quest. Your sitcom needs pursuit. I'm James Carey. I'm a BBC sitcom writer with 25 years of experience writing sitcoms. I've written over 100 episodes of broadcast TV and radio, including Miranda and Bluestone 4-2. And so I've had to develop a sitcom engine that generates plots so that I can come up with episode after episode. And in these videos, I'm showing you what that is and how I go about it. And so I've already talked about the first two main things, personality and precinct. That's the characters, and that is the relationship between the characters, kind of the situation. Now, personalities and precinct are the engine of the sitcom. But what's the fuel of the engine? What gets us motoring? The pursuit. That is the fuel that will get everything moving. Your characters need momentum. Why? So that they will hit obstacles and change course and lie and panic and double down and offend other characters in the precinct, creating conflict and comedy. That's what we're after, comedy. So that is why I strongly recommend avoiding having your protagonist arrive for their first day of work on your pilot, because they'll spend ages and ages and pages being shown around, being passive, not doing anything, not pursuing anything. Your protagonist needs active forward motion, a quest, a pursuit. A panel game with funny comedians sitting around being funny has to fake that pursuit by awarding points at the end of each round and having a winner or loser at the end. But nobody cares. It's fine, it's funny, but it doesn't go deep. It doesn't make you care. It doesn't make you want to watch it again and then show it to your kids 20 years later, because it really matters to you. That's what sitcom does. It really matters to you. And I think that's partly because your characters have momentum and pursuit. Let's take an example of a character. Let's call her Talia. She loves success and prestige. I don't know if you'd know that looking at her, but this episode reveals how much she wants to win. In this episode, let's say there's a fundraising bake sale. It's just a bake sale, not a bake-off, but Talia can't win a bake sale, but she can win a bake-off. That's where the quest begins. She persuades everyone to make it competitive. It's now a charity bake-off that she has to win. The pursuit is on. Every episode of a sitcom should contain 2 or 3 characters on a quest pursuing something. And all of your characters should be involved in those pursuits, either giving advice or betting against them or trying to stop them, getting in the way, or even better, helping them, but in the wrong way. These are the plots, and we'll get into that later on in the sitcom engine. But here's one thing for now to think about with the pursuit. Don't let them stop. The pursuit is on until the end of the episode. And this is where lots and lots of scripts that I've read go wrong. It's just a series of funny events without one thing leading to another. That's what you want. One thing leads to the next thing, to the next thing. And so your characters then go on. And actually, don't just keep going and it keeps going wrong. It gets worse and worse and worse. That's what I learnt when I worked on a BBC sitcom called Citizen Khan, where I wrote episodes with Adil Ray, and he was committed to plotting every show so that in every scene his character, Mr. Khan, didn't just fail in his quest, but made it worse for himself, made his goal harder, made the pit he was digging even deeper. So let's go back to Talia. She's turned the bake sale into a bake-off, so she now can win and now has to win. But the judge that's appointed hates Talia, and so she now knows she's not going to win. She will lose, and she would have been better off if she'd not started this whole thing in the first place. So she's already made it worse. So now she has to be nice to the judge, which she can't stand, who eventually reveals the source of the long-standing beef and reveals how they can be reconciled so that she might be able to judge her baked goods fairly. But she gives Talia an impossible task that means she won't have time to bake the perfect cake. In fact, it's going to be a disaster. She will not only not win, she will come last. And that is her worst nightmare. That's the question you need to keep asking yourself as they pursue their quests. How do they make it worse and worse and worse? Don't go easy on your characters. Give them hell. Even better, don't give them hell, give them a reason to find their way into hell all by themselves. Every attempt to pursue that quest creates a problem that makes it worse and creates a new obligation with one of the other characters in the precinct until just before the end, when it looks like all is lost and there's no way back and there's no way forward and things are at their absolute darkest, there is a glimmer of light at the end of the tunnel, or a rope is thrown down and they get to scramble out of the pit that they're in and make some kind of compromise or let something go. And they will find themselves right back where they started. And then next week, they will pursue another version of the same dream, but in a different way. They will try to fix what they see as the problem with the world, but using a different method. The pursuit is on until the end of the entire sitcom, when their dreams may have just shifted a little bit, their horizons may have moved a bit with age, and all of this is a lovely problem to have for your season 8 finale, but let's not worry about that for now, shall we? So, the pursuit is on, and next time we'll look at how to make it specific with our next P, which is particular. If you want notes from this session, then go to my blog, The Situation Room. There's a link below, and on The Situation Room, we'll find lots of other ways of how to write better sitcom scripts. Thanks for watching.